Test, test. Let's see what we got here. We are the first time going to take a look at our new
Welcome
Medivac.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
First thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to call her up. Oh, they gave me a triage too. We're going to pull up the one that I actually own. And that's going to be this bird. Hi, honey. So let's request a delivery.
Please visit
Let's back out.
Goodbye.
I'm not going to change the paint right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to upgrade the componentry. And let's get to this right here. Vehicles. Hopefully everything's all good. Look at that. Okay, so module. So I'm gonna run double tier 1 so that you can have unlimited spawning distance. I'm not too keen on this new med gel crap. I think it's stupid. There are people, even in my org, that think, oh, it's a great idea. No, it's just fucking a time sink. It's a fucking waste of time. There are some things that don't need to be added. You know, there comes a point in time where you just add minutia for minutia's sake, but I guess they have the med gel. Let's go take a look and see how much it costs. You know, I'm lucky. I got almost 90 million in my account. I had over 120 million. Gave like 30 million to a buddy of mine and stuff like that. I was giving a bunch of my coinage away. Gave a couple of million to Prometheus, a guy in my org, because we went and we had some fun in his ship, and it cost a lot to replenish it. Was it Prometheus or was it? I think we paid him for leading us, is what we did. That's what I did, yeah. Okay, so you're tier 1. Let's go here. Set this bad boy up with the tier 1. We'll save those changes. So this is going to have the max beds. I do have this livery. I'm not going to put it on right now. Propulsion, Excelsior. We're going to remove this, unequip, because we're going into the systems. And cold snap. So we're going to take that off. We're going to take this off. I'm going to add snowpacks. What were these? Those are citizen. These are industrial. I'll take them. Why? You know, this is supposed to be a pseudo military Medivac evac ship, okay? And they got civilian components in here. You know, these guys who are programming this game and setting this up never ceases to amaze me. Okay, we'll go with the Genoas for sure. Because what are these? Civilian motors. Really? As if. As if. Okay, the quantum drive, we know for sure. That's why I took that out. I'm going with my Chimeras. Looks like I'm running out of Chimeras. I used to have 10, so obviously they dispelled of some that I used to have. Oh well. You know, what can you do? It's Star Citizen. These guys can't do anything correct. They've yet to do anything that makes any sense. So we got to stop shield generators. What are stops? Civilian shield generators. Honestly, on a Medivac ship, especially on the Medivac. This is a militarized medical ship. You know what? I'm going to pull up my other medical ships and just look at their components, see what they got, if they're civilian. Including my little Pisces, my Terrapin, and I don't think I have the the Cuddy Red anymore, because the Cuddy Red was a placeholder for this ship. So let's set this up. Boom. Sure, we want these ramparts. Man, this baby has some serious shielding power, though. What are ramparts? They are size 2s. Wow. 4 shield generators. Okay, we'll take that. Vehicle weapons. So, ignites. What are ignites? Quit giving me this crap, CIG. You know. Crap missiles. They just load you up with all the crap that they can load you up with. It seems to be what they're good at. Yes, we'd like to give you some crap. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Save those changes. Now, I've been using these rattlers. I'm not keen on them so much anymore, as much as I am with the Dominators. Because the Dominator, when you put them on, you don't have to go through having 8 slots, signifying that that Rattler breaks up into 8 missiles. Why? I have no idea. It's not like you can change the warheads in a Rattler missile. But the programmer thought, hey, it would be a great idea if we, you know, make it to where it shows 8 slots. For what? Oh, maybe the future. Maybe Chris Roberts will have us add that too. Yeah, okay, now you gotta change each head, each of the 8 heads in a Rattler missile. Fudge. I'm telling you, man, these guys are like... And just to show you, I'll show you what happens when you put a Rattler missile in. Great missile, don't get me wrong, great missile. And, you know, it's just a slight inconvenience, but tell me why. When you do this... Okay, look at that. It just disappeared, but where is it? It's up here. Here it is, look at this. Rattler. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you add them, you got to search for the extra empty slots. That's what a pain in the ass this is for Rattlers. Don't get me wrong, I love the Rattler, but to add it to your ship is a nightmare. Why do I only have... There's an empty slot right there. Boom. Okay. Say, I don't buy these in odd numbers. But electromagnetic missiles are pretty damn potent too. Not the easiest to get away from. Okay. Save that. Stop down here. Ooh, wow, size 4s. Size 4s. I like that. Okay, I can deal with that. Let's take that off. Let's take this off. Give me the attrition size 4. Sure. And now the turret has GT. That's size 3. That's a size 3, right? Righto. Okay, I still have my XJ2 repeaters, size 2 distortion. Do I not have a size 3 distortion? I thought about a couple of size 3 distortions. I guess not. So, let's remove these. Boom. I've added power, so hopefully the power will be able to handle these. It'd be nice to use these, but they're such short range. Oh no, these. I was thinking of these. They're such short range. So we'll just put the repeaters on. Some changes. Liveries, miscellaneous. Flare item dashboard. Oh, I could put my little guy up here. Green, let's put the blue bobbleheader guy up here. Put my little bobblehead on the dash. I don't know where he's going to sit. We'll go in and we'll look for him. All right. Let's call this medevac up. We're gonna give her a once over, take a peek at her, see what she's all about.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm gonna do my best to maintain positivity. Everyone knows how much this game frustrates me. I'm sick of the shoddy programming and programmers they have. I'm over it. But I still come back. Oh yeah, I gotta get my Ursa rover, Medivac rover up here. Even my Ursa, I bet you has better motors. I bet you it has industrial as opposed to civilian. So while we're pulling this ship up, remember that ship was fully equipped with civilian. Let's pull up my medical ships. Let's just bring them in. Not gonna pull them out, but Pisces Rescue, boom. Yeah, I'll request that delivery. Okay. Anvil Terrapin Medic, yeah, I'll request that delivery. Okay. I don't think I have the Cutter, Caterpillar. Yeah, I don't have the Cutlass Red anymore. Which is no skin off my back. I mean, it's not a necessary ship. It's only it's only tier 3 beds. Now I got to ship them 2 tier 2s or tier 1s. Can have 4 tier 2s. So let's pull this out. Let's go in. Let's take a look. Vehicles. Here we go. Pisces Rescue. Just want to see what she has for her systems. Bracer. Military. The Pisces has military grade cooling. Power plant. Military. Quantum drive. Okay, civilian. No big. Shimmer, for sure that's going to be stealth. Okay. With a shimmer shield. I mean, and they give you a medevac, a much larger, a ship that, according to the lore, went into the hottest landing zones, saved and rescued so many troops, got out, and took so much damage, yet it's all civilian stuff on it. Really? 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 Not even industrial? Civilian? Shields? Civilian engines? Jump drive? Coolers? Everything's civilian on this ship. Which, unfortunately, I gotta send it back down the drain. Oh, she looks pretty though. We're gonna send her back down
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
because
system.
I gotta put back the jump drive back in her. Because maybe we'll take her into you know, Pyro. We'll see. I'm just excited to have the ship. It's been a long wait for it. No, I don't waste my time to download the PTU. Even though I'm wave 1, not Evocati, but I'm wave 1. I really don't give a rat's ass anymore. Because I know, okay, yeah, I got this ship, but look at the shit I got with the ship. Civilian, lowest caliber civilian componentry. Class C civilian componentry. That is the lowest grade componentry that you can get for a ship. Now, I set it up with all Class A. All Class A componentry. But this is what gets me about CIG. I really don't think the left hand knows what the right hand's doing, and the rest of the body doesn't know when the ass is taking a shit and putting a big old pile of shit into the game. And that is a management level, corporate level problem with CIG. For them to have somebody put out this ship, the Apollo Medivac, with straight up civilian components, even though it's heralded as the most amazing of you know, I'm gonna put that on because we're gonna take off. I'm not gonna send it back down and put this on. Propulsion drive, gotta add that back, put that back in there, and we're good. All these components We're Class C. Oh, here we are. Cold snap. Class C civilian coolers. Genoa, full force. Here. Full force. Class C civilian is what this ship came with. Quantum drive. What was it? It wasn't a bolt. It was this one. Class C civilian. The shields, all Class C civilian. This is a military evac ship. You know, or as the name says, a military grade medevac ship. Okay, the triage, I could see you putting civilian stuff on, because that's just a fucking ambulance. But the medevac is actually a military version with heavier armor. It's slower than the triage, but yet they put all Class C civilian components on there. When I can go straight to, you know what? We didn't go to my. Let's go to my Terrapin. This little guy, the Pisces, has military grade componentry. Military. Let's see what the Terrapin Med has. Systems. Oh, good gravy. How am I empty on my systems? But I think these are polars. Yeah. This one has polars. So I can guess what we have here. Because I only have so many ships out. Full force, the Daybreak. That's on the Pisces. Full force. Okay, so it's not even showing the power plants. It's not showing my quantum drive. Shield generators. So I'm assuming that these shield generators, this does have civilian shield generators. Okay, I'm looking for all the ones that are in use. EOS size 1. Expedition size 1. So it's one of these two. So that's civilian. Power plant. Daybreak. C civilian. That's a size 2. That's probably civilian. So the Terrapin's civilian. Except in the coolers. Class B military coolers. What? I don't know. I don't know how that works. But, yeah. I don't know what this is. Vapor lock. These are the coolers Who's got... Let's see here. I can't believe this game is... You know, you download your ship, and lo and behold, if it doesn't have, you know... Let's put that on. Might as well just put that on here. Systems. Shimmer and bracers. Okay, so yeah, the polars are on the, so it's got military size 1 coolers on the Terrapin. The Regulus. We got a Regulus, just so you know, the Regulus is a Class C military. I'm assuming the other ship has a size 2. EOS is civilian, Expedition is civilian, Goliath, Rampart. So like myself, I might put this, because you know it's already got a shimmer. I might stealth out my little Pisces. It's a small ship. It's not going to go total stealth, but it's a small ship, a small cross section. I'm going to try and get, you know, stay under the radar. We'll mess with that later. But the Apollo itself, the medevac, I would expect at least Class C and Class B military or industrial stock on this ship.
To the ASOP
Now I've upgraded her.
system.
I put her all up to Class A industrial. Because really, that's all we have. I'm not gonna play their fucking waste my time game to go find military shit. Because I'm not out there PvPing. You only need the military shit if you're PvPing, and I don't give a fuck about the PvP in this game. Because the PvP in this game is, quite honestly, fucked ever since they put in master modes. That's just my opinion. That's the way I see it. But to make a ship of this price, of this caliber, Apollo Medivac, which lore says that it is the military rescue ship that goes into the hottest landing zones and pulls out and evacs the wounded and gets them out safely and can take damage. They loaded it all with class, straight up and down, Class C civilian. And I pull out a Pisces and it's got at least Class C military grade. And I'm wondering to myself, again, who makes these decisions? Let's pull the ship out, though. I'm excited about the ship. You know, I'm not excited. You know, I'm indifferent now to the way these guys, you know, operate in the offices. No, I know why they had to consolidate. You know, and I'm saying this obviously jokingly. They had to consolidate into England because England's the only place where they'd be safe putting out this kind of shit. Because eventually people would show up to the LA offices, Dallas offices, Canadian offices and say, what in the hell? All the money we pledged to you, this is what we get? Ay caramba. Okay. So I'm excited. There she is. She is a bit bigger now. Not a bit bigger. A whole lot bigger than what she was originally supposed to be. But I don't mind them making changes like that. That's understandable. But Class C civilian componentry across the board on this ship is unforgivable. It's like, do the people that program this stuff into this game even understand the lore of the very ship with which they're giving us? Are those size 4s? They look so small on this ship. Man, they should have given this ship size 5s. The military version should have had size 5s, I think. No two ways about it. She should be, you know, the kind of girl that gets in there to get the wounded in a military campaign out. So we'll go in from the back. And of course, we're going to have to find a place where we can, I guess. Okay, so you don't have the little square. And this is another thing. Half these ships don't have the little square button. So if you look, you see that little flashing of my cursor? That's me using a gamepad. And in half the ships, there's a little square box where if I just tap, it knows and it'll open. Here, nope. Gotta hold it, reach over to my mouse, and then press a fucking button. This is the inconsistency of the programming. Man, I hate to get frustrated trying to, you know, while I'm looking at one of the most anticipated ship to come out. I mean, I've had this thing, I've been waiting for this thing forever, and I'm already seeing crap like that, you know. And it's not, you know, just, you know, hey, they have it for the Polaris. You can just go up there and click and bring down the ramps. But this ship, see, there it is. See that? See that button? It says press X. There's your X. Closes it. They should have that outside. They don't. Oh, well, holy Toledo now. Come on, boys. Really? Are you telling me that if I close my ramp, I'm locked? Are you kidding? So, to get into here, because see, it's not auto actuating, right? To get into here, I gotta open my damn ramp. What? What? So if I come in, and let's say there's some ne'er-do-wells that are coming towards my ship, and I come up here and I hit this real quick, and I don't get in time, and I'm like fighting them, shooting at them, and I turn around, I'm locked out. Guess what? I gotta sit here until either those guys leave, because there's no way to open this. Oh, hold on. There probably is a way. You probably gotta hold left mouse button. Nope, it's just open. Yeah. So that's going to open all this. It's like, what? Okay. There have been guys in the PTU. I've caught snippets. I avoided watching videos on YouTube about this ship. About, you know, but I've seen, oh, it's great. Some people don't like it because, oh, it's too big. But most people are, in general, saying, oh, it's great. It's great. But they didn't notice this stupid-ass flaw. They didn't notice this stupid-ass flaw. This door does not have an access point to open it once you close your ramp and you're stuck here. If you got people chasing you and you try to close this thing up quick, bam, you hit it, you turn around and you want to make sure that they got a duck and cover, you know, and you're shooting at them with your gun. You know, that to me, again, who have they hired? Who have they hired to open this door? You would have to literally run all the way up here to hit it. Meanwhile, they could probably still run up your ramp and eventually use their guns to shoot open this door. And board you. They're pretty much boarded on you. Okay. So we've already found 2 major flaws. Civilian componentry across the board, which is utterly ridiculous in any type of the Connie Emerald, which is a Phoenix, has higher grade components than a ship designed to go into a military conflict zone and evac the wounded. It has better componentry starting. I didn't pull up my Emerald, but I'm afraid to pull shit up because already my Terrapin says, oh, you ain't got no components on your Terrapin. I didn't take Jack Dilly squat off my Terrapin. I just called it. And it's, you look at it in the deal and it says, look, ain't got no components, boss. Hey boss, I ain't got no components on me. Okay, let's go in. Let's take a look at our beds. Okay. So that's your entryway. This door, and you know, the thing is, you can't just open this door. That is insane. Because to open this, you don't know who's really out there. You don't know who's crept up. To open this, bam, you open the whole can. Again, you're in a defensive posture. You're having to defend. Okay, we're good to go. No way to open it. Terrible. Okay, let's continue on before this video gets to be too long, because I'm just going to make this, and I don't want to do too much editing, but I'm going to put this out as a video because this is ridiculous. Redonkulous. Okay, what's it? Oh, look at that. That door opens automatically. Thanks, CLG. Hey, thank you. Okay, I'm guessing this is a cargo grid. Is this lower? I don't think this lowers. Okay, so what they're telling me, so it's 32 SCU, so I can put 2 8 SCU boxes. That's gonna take 2. There must be more here. Yeah, okay, there's more here. So 2 SCU boxes, 8 SCU. Is an 8 SCU box gonna fit through this? And then, with their janky system of bringing stuff, am I gonna be? How long is it gonna take me to round this corner and put an 8 SCU box on the grid? Oh, well, you just have to do it with 1 SCU boxes. So I gotta bring 16 single SCU boxes. Well, no, you can do 2 or 4. Yeah, you can do 4. Okay, CIG. Ship designers, you programmers. What in the hell goes... You seem to want to give as little as possible to your backers. Oh, well, we gave you all the modules. Well, yeah, you should. You should give all the modules with the Retaliator. Is that the name of it? Retaliator? I think it is. The Tally. As well. Any ship that comes with modules, you should just give them. Oh, but we can make money if we just sell them something. Yeah, I know. I know how it is. You guys need your money. If you don't get money today, you can't pay your bills tomorrow. I know. So there's a bathroom here. Really? You couldn't just have one central bathroom, maybe make something? You know? Let's see here. Oh, okay. The home of the civilian componentry that it comes stock with. This is all upgraded. I upgraded all this. Okay. I do like the bridge living quarters. But you know, okay, so this is the Medivac. So I'm assuming that the pilot is going to have to be a medical technician, and let's just say, let's use our modern medical vernacular. This person's at least a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, or even a physician in the co-pilot seat. Because one thing I noticed, where is a station for an onboard doctor? Anybody? Where's his seat? Where's his living quarters? So, the pilot and co-pilot are also the medical staff. Yet, the lore shows that there is medical staff on board, nursing staff, physicians. Where are they quartered at? Unless, well, that's a bunch of crap. Because we made this ship, even though they made it bigger, okay, that's cool. They got all the beds in there, that's fine. I can appreciate that. I mean, seriously, for a tier 1 bed, do they need this much space? Even for tier 3s. You could put them this close together. 1, 2, 3, and cut this space down, or make space for your medical staff on board. Oh my word. You know, have you ever been excited but yet depressed at the same time? Excited that you're seeing something, but at every turn it's a downer. Eventually, you're just going to get to a point to where that's what it's going to be. Okay, so I guess this is a lift. We won't play with that yet. Let's get in this thing. Let's take a look at her from an external standpoint. One of the only good things about this ship, except for the fact, look, that is fantastic. They took that pardon my French, I'm not going to say it, that effing middle grid of bars. But what do? Right in your peripheral. Yet on the RSI Mantis, it's a solid glass piece. You know, I'd rather have like something like the MSI that's just a screen. Projects a screen. That is, you know, to have stuff like that in your line of vision. Now I'm a shooter. I've done a lot of martial arts in my life. I'm 61 now. I started training martial arts in my early 20s, and I've been a brawler. I've repented of that life. I don't do that stuff anymore, but I used to be that unassuming guy that would start shit. And me and my buddies would go there just to get guys to come out so we could test our metal. We didn't care. And we would fight. Man, I remember when I was a punk, you know, in the punk scene in the 80s, going to punk gigs, and we'd get skinheads coming from San Francisco into our neck of the woods for concerts that would happen in our neck of the woods. And man, we'd get into fights with them. Now the things about skinheads, they fight in packs, man. And I remember there was 4 of us, and we took on like 10 or 12 of them, beat the daylights out of them. And you know, they were not. I'm a small dude, so I was the smallest dude in that fight, except for the kid that was with me. His name was I just remember his name as Borman. I can't remember the kid, but I remember he was like a young kid, and he was just really quiet. But man, the kid could fight. And then 2 of our guys that are with us, you know, were bigger dudes. One at 260 pounds, and we just thrashed in there. And that's the type of stuff that I used to do. So I got this peripheral vision. I got this. I can see stuff. I got great reflexes. My doctors even today will tell you that for a guy my age, I got the reflexes of a kid. When they do the reflex test, they're like, "Holy shit! How do you have such great reflexes?" Genetics, man. I don't know. It's genetics. I'll just tell you this: I got some serious Asian blood in me. I'm half Chinese, first generation, no less. But long story short, I got in my peripheral vision. That's why I don't really like, you know, when I'm flying, when I start to fly, see that chat? I can't have it there because it keeps catching my eye. Every time somebody types something, I see it in my peripheral, and I don't want to see that. I want to see ships. Now I got this in my peripheral. When, if they would have just made it to where single pilot seat, right? Single pilot seat, right here. Co-pilot, whatever, could have a control seat sitting right here where he could control that gun if he wanted to up top, or just keep the gun in control of the guy right here. But this guy should just be medical staff. Shouldn't even be here. Single pilot seat. Look at that. Boom. Now look at your... I can't do my my head tracker, but look. Let's see, I think the seat comes forward a little bit, so let's get forward. So here we are. This is what you'd be seeing. How does nobody think of that? Or if you're going to do something, grid this all the way down, grid that all the way down. But why this? To block your view. Blind spots. I mean, let's face facts. I mean, let's just say that in these ships here, they're let's get centered here. Yeah, that they're using, like, let's make this glass sapphire crystal. Okay, kind of like on your watch. On a good watch, it's sapphire crystal. And that stuff is strong, man. You can bang that up against stuff for days, forever. You don't need all this. And then what is this stuff up here? This little black bar up here. Oh, is that what does this right here need that support? When I can pull out my Mantis, I can pull out my Mantis right now. And it's all glass. Beautiful. All glass. The view out of that ship is amazing. Let's hear what she sounds like. Shut her off. Let's fire up the electronics.
Welcome to Product Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
So 28 and 28 rounds off of each gun, even though one set size 4 and the other set is size 3. So let's check. Let's go here. I hate that readout. Let's see, offline. So let's fire up our engines.
Engines.
So I got 2. Or I got 4. So what I can do is I can add to shields, right? Got 1 left. Add to the guns. That takes me up to 42. That's better. Now everything about this ship on the outside, on the exterior, its design, its look, everything here is awesome. It's the internals on this ship. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. See, sometimes I think CIG knows I'm talking crap about them. Let's go back in. We should be able to go back in. Turn back in real quick. We might still be in the ship. We'll see. So see, you don't get that error anymore. Timeout error anymore. I've only gotten these 30Ks. I've yet to have one of those, oh, please stand by, we're having issues. It's just 30Ks. So they're back to 30Ks. Oh yeah, we're still here.
Knowledge Space Industries.
Okay.
Enjoy the
Let's go back out. Let's let those engines cool back down. Okay, let's fire them back up. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, as a kid growing up, loving, Star Wars, got to see Star Wars in the theater. Me and my friends spent an entire summer, every weekend, we'd go see Star Wars again and again and again and again and again. We probably saw it 16 times that summer. And then, during the school, we'd say, hey, what do you want to do? Let's go see Star Wars, okay. As a kid that enjoys, ships like this and stuff like that, this is awesome right here. But the execution leaves a lot of want on the table. Let's see if we. Okay, we got a hangar request. Let's see. Does this ship have VTOLs? Okay, it does. Now, if you look where it says Medivac at the top, I'm going to turn the VTOLs on. And there they are. At the nose. I guess that's their idea of a VTOL on this ship. Doesn't have the ones like on Akani, which I think would have been cool. Alright, let's get ourselves up here. Oh, I was looking, going, where in the world am I? I'm at Area 18. I forgot. What's above me? Sorry, I was just looking to see what that ship was. But a beautiful ship. Okay? Looks on this ship, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Let's see if we can find Bagini. Where is that place? Should be around here somewhere, right? There's Magnus. We ain't wanting to go to Magnus. Yeah, I can definitely jump now. I should be able to see like some sort of an outline for it somewhere. Go to Hurston. I don't want to go to Hurston. I just want to do a short flight. Gateway. There she is. There she is, way off in the distance. Man. That's a lot further looking than what it should be.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
Wow, that is just gorgeous. How they can't have like a little military ship like this. Imagine making a Paladin version of this. Flies great. Flies great. Looks great. Just a looker across the board, especially in this paint. Yeah. It's the only paint that I'm going to have for her. Shut our engines off. That's okay. We're coming right back. I'm going to check these beds. Okay? We're going to check and look about Medigel. Do they come stocked with Medigel? Is this the Medigel? No, that's flammable stuff. Qualified personnel only. See, I can lie down. So where do you put the Medigel? Open door. Patient storage. So the beds themselves don't have any place to put the med gel. Now, like I said, though I have access to be in it, I have not been in the PTU. So you can put weaponry. I don't know what this room is. Oh, the cargo room again. Okay. I'm just looking for where you put the Metagel. Did they even release that with this patch? I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll go back to Area 18 and I'll look for it. But, you know, as a whole, the ship, let's go over some things. The exterior, the design of her is just beautiful. This entry exit, atrocious. It's as if somebody had, you know, bring your kid to work day and said, hey kid, I'm gonna have coffee with the boys and, you know, talk about shit over there by the water cooler. Why don't you finish programming this and make a door here? So to open this, it opens everything instead of this, just this opening. If you come in, you're in a situation, a bad situation where somebody's chasing you, you're getting shot at, you still gotta fight them off. Boom, boom, boom. You turn around. Guess what? Guess what? You're stuck. You can't open this separate from this. And even if you run in and you say, oh God, I gotta get in, and you hit it, and you're on a moon, and somebody, you see them, they jump, and they get on your ramp, and you see they're coming in, they're shooting at you, you're like, oh no. Well, guess what? They can just sit in there and start shooting at your door here. Let's say you're not heavily armed. It's ridiculous. The other thing, the first thing I noticed. See, I don't know how to call this thing up. Retract rails. Are you kidding? Okay. So I can't even reach that. Can I do it like this? Nope. Are you kidding me? Are you guys actually kidding me? That's your access point. This is your elevator, right? Oh, I can get into the seat. Okay, I found something else that's screwed up about this ship. All these people, look, don't get me wrong, this ship is probably, if not it's one of the most gorgeous ships in the verse right now. There aren't many ships that look better than this one. This is ridiculous. Look at that. Luckily, you gotta back in and hope you get in. How do you send it back up? And see, again, no square box for the gamepad. See that? See, interact mode. See that? So, in the interact mode, left. Oh, now I'm supposed to hit left trigger. No, it didn't work. See? Focus, left trigger. Oh. So, that's what we're dealing with, guys. You have it here? No. Just got. So even though I'm a gamepad user, I gotta use gamepad and mouse. Even though in this ship there are places like I can just tap on my gamepad. All right, I'm just gonna go to the clinic here while we're here. I'm going to see if we can buy ourselves some Metagel. We're going to head back to Area 18. I'm going to round this up, give my assessment. I mean, it's probably going to be a ship that I'm going to fly around in, because I'm not really somebody out there going out there and, you know, doing a lot of stuff, you know, PvP-wise. But I don't mind having a ship that, you know, let's say I'm going to go do some bunkers, anything like that, you know. Maybe we'll pull out this triage too.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage for space visitors again. Goodbye.
And now the triage is a civilian model, and I'm gonna laugh if it has better components than the Medivac. I'm just gonna laugh. What can you do? You know, like I said, it's like, you know, it was bring your kid to work day, and all the workers said, "Hey, kids, why don't you finish developing the Medivac for us?" Okay. Let me tell you guys something. I really don't want to have to shit on this game. I really don't. I hate having to shit on this game, because I'm vested in this thing. I mean, this is the type of game that's going to go into a will, you know?
Recently ranked 5th in patient wait times. Choose convenience. Choose.
So I don't like being in this position where I got to see stupid stuff like this. Lifeguard attachment. Oh. 100,000.
Whether it's a simple case of the sniffles or something more serious, getting the right treatment has never been easier.
Yeah. It's even worse when you see it in person. 100,000 for one thing of Metagel. Do you guys remember the ad for the little Medivac Ursa? The Ursa Medivac? And the guy in the commercial, I've done this, I've respawned over thousands of times, you know, talking about a ship. You know what that means? That means that he's done hundreds of millions of dollars, or SCU, okay? AUEC, whatever they call it, AUEC. He's done hundreds of millions of spawns. If you go and you rewrite that ad copy, when they first sold the Ursa Medivac.
Medical concerns got you worried?
Do you know how utterly retarded this is that they did this?
Great care of you.
You don't even start out with enough money and in-game start money with your starter package to buy a quarter of that.
Urgent page for Nurse Radcliffe. Report to emergency. Nurse Radcliffe to emergency.
That is how disconnected with gaming reality these developers are. Oh, well, in the Pledge store, we've got a thing that you can buy that is a Metagel reproducer. It'll only cost you $250, and you can have that in your hangar. That's probably what they're going to do.
Thank you for visiting Kelta RX. Feel better, save more.
Well, you know, I don't know. Can I put it on my ship? Oh, well, let me. Oh, I don't have the backpack on. Okay. We'll go down. I'll buy it later. I know it's a flipping $100 grand. I don't even. Where do you put that? Okay, I didn't see a spot on my ship to put that. Now, you know, I didn't see a spot on the ship to even put that. These guys are so inept. Oh, and let me tell you guys, if anybody hears this message and thinks I enjoy shitting on this game, let me tell you, I don't. I'm just shitting on it because it's embarrassing me, okay? Because of the skin I have in this game, and the people I've told, hey, it's a great game, man. You really ought to check it out. It's fantabulous. Really? Really? Oh my word. Okay, look, there's nobody here. All your elevators should be at the lobby like any any hotel in the 21st century, you jackasses. Oh, jibbity do. Oh man. So it's definitely considered now a large ship. Oh. I guess they put it away for me. So the Medivac is now a large ship. It was supposed to be a medium ship, but I'm not complaining about that, but dude, 100,000. How many regions do you get for 100,000 now? It was going to be, it took a whole bottle of that stuff. I remember when I heard about that. But to actually see it in
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
all that
system.
shit?
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Yeah, I know. I don't want it. It's already gone. You know? So, where's my ship? Sonny boy?
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Oh, come on. Come on. You ass. Oh, there it is. Oh, my word. Okay. So again, let's go over everything. No gamepad interaction button. Okay? No gamepad interaction button to open the ship. You got to do double maneuvers. So if you're in desperation, there's no just tapping the X button on your gamepad. But yet when you get up here, you can tap it. But if you tap it there, get your ass into that door quick. Because you get locked out of there, you're stuck. But see? Interaction button. Interaction button on the other side. Where else they got an interaction button? You got one here? Yeah, interaction button. Close it. Interaction button? Yeah, interaction button. Close it. I know they got them on the bathroom doors too. All these doors have interaction buttons. Except for the main entrance. And the elevator. No interaction. No interaction. No interaction. None. You know, retract rails? What are you talking about? Give me the rails, you jackass. Okay, so deploy rails. What? They weren't deployed to begin with. Oh, there they are. Oh, looky there. Now, interaction button? No, no interaction button. Interaction? Yes, to get into the pilot seat. What kind of shoddy ass programming is this? They put it on all this stuff, but not here. It's on here, and these are automatic doors. This would be the one place where I wouldn't care if you didn't have interaction buttons. I don't care if you don't have interaction buttons. I really don't. I don't care. But to get into the ship from the outside or to leave the ship from the inside, yeah, I kind of like to have interaction buttons. Now, to leave the ship, you do have an interaction button. That's here. You can leave the ship with an interaction button for a gamepad. See the X? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, well, we use mouse and keyboard. Well, that's on you, okay? Okay? That's fine. If you like that, that's fine. I got full-on tilt joysticks, and I use a gamepad for my FPS. So I'm good at FPS. You know? I'm good at it with this. But to not have it for this exit or to get into the ship from the exterior. You can't leave here without having to do two things. Hold this button down and then move your cursor and click on it. Look, I bet you can get into the bed with an interaction, but yep, you can sit. Interaction. Interaction button. Boom. See it? We can't put one there. Sorry. All right. Okay. Now, let's get back. We'll do our final assessment as we pull up the triage just to look at her. Don't get me wrong. I do like this ship.
Welcome to Robert Space.
Thank you. I like the sound of her. Rich sound, the engines. Bring that landing gear up. Okay, that's a good. I like to see that. Okay, now I got at least a visual that my landing gear's up. What's the lights look like? Woo, they're bright. Bright lights. It used to be, okay, for all intents and purposes, it used to be you could just jump to the city. Now they make you do multiple things. Man, that's a good looking color. Here. Wait for us to get queued in. Should get a large hangar, or an extra large hangar. So, parked at these. I prefer these over here instead of going into the midst of trouble. So she holds like 4.6 quantum fuel? Yeah.
Shields on.
Warning, thrusters offline. What do you mean they're offline? Guy's been in a fight or he ran into something. Wasn't good. Okay, they gave it to me. Pancake myself like that, but I did. I just come in that. I thought my thrusters would be able to hit me. I guess I don't have Vito. Shut her off. Any quantum fuel? No damage? Just slammed on my belly. Okay, if you're saying so, okay, I won't repair her. But again, beautiful ship. Let's talk about the downsides now again. Gonna reiterate these. You saw the entrance, getting into the ship. No gamepad access. You gotta use your mouse to get in. Everywhere else you have gamepad access. To get out of the ship, you can get out at the back because they give you the gamepad access by just tapping X. But in the front elevator, no such luck, nothing. I didn't fire any weapons to see what she looked like under under fire. But let's oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the other thing is the view. Why they have it to where, let's just take a look. We're just going to rehash. Why this is in our peripheral. Why all this noise, this blind spots all here. Discussed earlier that would have been better because obviously this is a 2-crew ship. Original video showed there's a medical staff crew on here, but there's no way to have staff on here. They should have made this ship the middle, because figure the pilot's at least a paramedic or an EMT, okay? Co-pilot's at least a physician's assistant or nurse practitioner. Whatever your, whatever they call them in the 29th, 30th century, whatever they call them. So they should have put the pilot seat here, because then look at that, your peripheral, and see you're sitting out here kind of, because the seat kind of goes forward, but you got all this view to see all around you. This seat, should be like a remote seat. Put it anywhere. Let me get. This is probably a shoilet. You got two over there. There's nobody staying. This is a transport. You don't need to have private rooms with private, shitters and stuff like that. This is a 3-bath ship. 3 bathrooms, okay? Full baths. Of course, this is a shoilet edition. See, there's your gamepad interaction key. Gamepad you pull the toilet out with the gamepad, right? Looks like no TP in this one, so it's probably using a bidet. Obviously, you got the shower head up there. So we do have a shoilet. Again, all interactive buttons throughout for your gamepad. Even on these doors that automatically opens, but you still, oh, this one, oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, there it is, see? There it is. Gotta get right up on it, but it'll open. Here, you can do it. Interaction, for sure. Here, you can do it, no problem. Alright? Let's reverse ourselves, but of course, if you lift that up and you don't go in, well, you're locked in. You gotta open the whole ship up. So if you got any ne'er-do-wells out there that you're trying to run from, and you come up here, you close this, and you want to give final defense to keep them off your ramp as they're running and jumping towards it, then boom, as that ramp closes, that door's going to close on you, and there's no way to open it. No way to open it unless you open the ramp. Even if you use a selector, okay? Let's use a selector. Nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. Now, you want to close it here. No gamepad interaction button. Now, I've got RSI ships that have it. My Connie's. My Emerald has it. Just about all my other RSI ships have it. Mantis. It's even an older ship. This one, no. Got to hold down your gamepad, reach over to your mouse, and then close it. That is an oversight that's an egregious oversight. That just shows that you have, I'm telling you guys, I've said this 100 times. I have friends who worked for major studios back in the day. Now I'm an old guy. And the one friend that I was roommates with that worked for Sierra Online, which is the makers of the King's Quest and Leisure Suit Larry games back in the day. He is now an executive with Atari. I think he still is. I don't know if he still is, but let me tell you something. When Atari stock was tanking back when they came out that ST computer system, and there was nothing they can do, my buddy bought all of their stock. Was buying all that he could. To the point where when Atari turned around and then started modeling itself no longer a hardware company, but mainly software and software publishing, they came back. And he became a multi-millionaire off only maybe $10,000 to $20,000 investment. Because he was buying Atari stock for like, I think it was like, it got as low as like 30 cents a share. That's how bad Atari was tanking. Commodore went through the same thing because they came out with the Amiga computer. But in any case, those guys will tell you, man. And he's told me. He says, dude, if you don't have a consistent staff working on something, especially something as advanced as this, continually working together, knowing the ins and the outs. See, here's the elevator. Can't do it with the gamepad. Won't work. Won't work. He says you're just going to have a bunch of half-assed programmers just half-assing it all the time because they, not necessarily because maybe they want to half-ass it, they just don't know. See, they don't know what the guy 10 years ago programmed into this. They don't know if what they're programming here in 2025, how it's going to affect what they programmed in 2013. They don't know. And they're just piling all this stuff on. And you got these new kids. CIG's notorious for hiring kids. Okay, that's fine. While I'm talking, I'm going to run.
Welcome.
Go to the
Soft
station.
retrieval
I'm
system.
going to put this thing away. What? There it is.
Your vehicle has been moved to place visitors.
Put that away.
Bye.
Beautiful ship, though. I can't say how much I really appreciate that ship in just its look alone. But it has those problems. And so you know, he basically told me, man, it's going to be hard for them to complete anything if they have a turnover rate like they had. Because he explained to me at Atari, they do not have a high turnover rate per se. They like to retain their key personnel, and they pay them well. Even though Atari's not big anymore, Atari's, you know, a publisher. They're more in the publishing. They don't do as much hardware stuff anymore. But at the turnover rate that these guys have, and how they just hire the cheapest of labor, that's what you're going to get. If you look for your talent and you shoot low for your talent, you're going to have low-hanging fruit talent working on your game. It's not going to be any other way but. Okay, now we're going to go back down because we're going to pull out our Ursa. Oh, you know what? We didn't look at the Ursa Medivac to see what her components are. So, the other problem with this this particular ship, she came with all Class C componentry. We're just going back over it. Class C componentry. Are you kidding? On a ship of this caliber that supposedly has dove into hot zones to rescue wounded soldiers and pull them out, and you're gonna stock it up with let's go back. With civilian componentry? Not even industrial. I upgraded I upgraded it. We're gonna pull out the one ship. The other one I'll carry in my emerald, and I like to put the green paint on it. Did I not say deliver? I said, oh, that's a problem. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's just get it up
Your
though.
vehicle has been please visit us again. Goodbye.
I didn't look at the components.
The ASOC
We'll pull the other one up.
system.
Let's pull this other one up. Let's pull this one. Request delivery.
Please visit us again.
Okay. While that's coming up, what are the components on the Ursa Medivac? Okay, civilian. Alright. Civilian. And civilian. That I can understand. There's not much in the way for these in class 0 componentry. Now I do have industrial stuff, so like the shield generator, I can put that class C on there. Bam. Save it. The Defiant is a B industrial, so I'll remove that. Put that on there. Bam. Frost SL is a 0 civilian. This is a B civilian, and the Torpedo is an A civilian. So we'll remove that. Because see, some of these I've searched all over. These I think I got in Pyro. And that's all you got. That's the best stuff you can buy for these extra, you know, these 0 size ships. Here I'm gonna put on remove, add, and we will put some paint on her. Liveries. We're gonna go with the Ursa Oasis because the thing I like about this color is it matches the emerald, and I will run that in the emerald when the day comes. Okay, so this guy's still all stock, but you know, this I can understand because it is more of a civilian type ship, kind of like what the Triage is. The Triage is a civilian version. You know, the urban type, you know, the one that's going in local areas, which, you know, if you really want to have medical gameplay, you should be able to have people rescue people in the city. Let me just up my vitals here. Hey, while I'm in here, let's see if I can find a place where you're supposed to put the med gel in here. Weapon rack. Patient storage. So I think if I drive straight, yeah. So I gotta go straight up ahead.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
And I park in this garage here. Let's turn the lights on. Did I just shake the whole building? Wow, I like how that turns with my eyes. That's pretty cool. Yeah. This was just my little hospital away from the hospital. Now let's pull up this triage. Let's see what the triage components are too. And now the triage is the true civilian variant. The Medivac was always touted as the military variant, yet it came with the lowest level civilian componentry. Now this is obviously they gave everybody, I don't know if they gave them a medevac and a triage, but I think everybody got a triage for this week. I don't know how long it's going to last, but for the period of time. So let's just take a look at the componentry while we're here. There's the medevac and the triage. Okay, she's got her own components. Okay, let's set her up with 3. See who changes. Boom. Let's set her up with See, how come I can't have a tier 1 here? See, it's mixing up my my modules. See, if I got I don't know what to say with that. Okay, in any case, liveries, no, that's for that. Systems, there we go. Okay. Cold snap. Okay, so look, this ship is coming with the same exact stuff that the medevac came with. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Look at that. All Class C civilian. This is what they. This ship's. The medevac came with this stock. Now I upgraded it all to this top of the line industrial. But let's let's pull this one up. I don't even know what I just put on that one. I don't even care.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
I'll never be
system.
flying this one.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
So now, the little garage that they had at, I parked my ship in here, but it wasn't as, you know, crusty as this one. It was a nice hangar at Microtech, and this thing never despawned. But I've been here before, and I parked this in here, and it'll just despawn on me. Now, obviously, the Medivac has 8 additional missiles versus this one. This one comes standard with 8. That's all she can carry. The Medivac has 16. But again, a more expensive version of this ship has the same exact components. Said no car manufacturer ever. Okay. There's a huge difference between an LX version of a Toyota and an ES version. I'll guarantee you that. Again, no immediate access. Now, all the guns are the same size, it appears. That shouldn't be. Medivac should be have more armaments than you know, than just 8 additional missiles. So let's get this thing down here. Yeah, what is this? Hey, let's put a lock on it. Okay. Okay. We're in. Everything looks the same pretty much. Still don't know where to put Metagel. That one's equipped. Oh, they're all equipped. This one's full 3. So there's nothing highlighting where you put the Metagel. So this would be a great ship if you got a group going. You know, each guy's got to bring his own Metagel, and they'll each get a bed. So you got 6 guys doing a bunker. You know, anywhere from 4 to 6 guys. You got 2 guys, just bring 2 beds. But again, so much stuff. I mean, and then bringing cargo into here. Really? You got to bring your cargo. You know how hard it is. I mean, it can take 8 SCU boxes, 2 of them in here. They'll fit in here. But we all know how hard it is to get 8 SCU boxes to poop like this. Again, what were they thinking? Maybe it would have been a good idea to make this lower. And you just lower, and you can just load it up. Boom, 2 8 SCU. Bam, send it up. Load it up with Metagel, whatever. Send it up. Okay. Okay. Up it goes. I don't even know what this is. Oh, more components back here. So I am guessing, because they gotta always put everything across the entire room, that The other shields are over here. Yep, there they are. Still don't know where to put the metagel. Okay, let's get out of this beast. And I'm gonna... Jeez. Here we go. I mean, imagine trying to get an 8 SCU box in here. Through this. It's not gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen. You can't get a 4 SCU. You can do 2 SCU box. So you'll have to bring 8 2 SCU boxes in here to get your 16 SCU on each side. Because the 4s, well, I think they should fit. They're going to be too wide. This is going to be your catch point. You're going to bonk, and everyone knows it's a pain in the ass to rotate. You gotta get just rotate, but it's going to bang up against stuff and get stuck, or it's going to get stuck to the ground. It won't lift off the ground so you can push it. It's going to hit something on the floor. Oh, can't get past it. Yeah. So it's quicker for me to hit that and run off the ramp. Because if I come out here, I got. See, I'm kicking back in my chair. Here I'd have to hold this down, reach up here for my mouse, and then do it. And again, pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. Aesthetics, this ship again is a 10 out of 10. She is pretty. Her flight model, about what I expect for a large ship. This is now considered a large ship if you go to a space station or anything like that. She's a big one. She's a big girl. Suppose I should put some armor on. I guess I got that Hurston armor. But I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to fire it back up because I'm already at 90 minutes. So I'm going to have to do some editing. And I'm not a good editor, but I'll try and edit. And I'm gonna put this on YouTube as glaring flaws in this ship. There she is. She's still as pretty as they come. Alright. Also, I'm going to fire back up the stream immediately after.